Yo, 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 yo. Apologies, guys. Slight technical difficulties. And it wasn't anything to do with Alex this time. It was all me and my inability to use StreamYard. So welcome, guys. Who's in the chat? Let us know. Alex is joining us from a very funky-looking Starbucks. It doesn't look like a Starbucks.
Yeah, but it makes no longer. Do you know, I've been here for so long.
Are you there just to get away from the cats and the dogs and everything else that have been giving you hay fever?
Basically, I couldn't breathe for like the past 24 hours, so this is the only place I could go. Well, we've been working, and to be fair, we've actually just been trading. Ooh, yeah, buddy! After the bad trade that I had yesterday, we have now redeemed ourselves.
Well, let's see. We're waiting for it to happen.
It might be happening now. I already redeemed myself in the morning.
Oh, you already did it. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about your trade you're in right now.
No, this is an extra redemption. This is the
gravy.
This is the Yorkshire pudding. You know, you can't finish a good roast without a Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
But if the Yorkshire pudding is not done very well, it can ruin the whole roast.
It can just fall flat, man. It could just fall flat. So yeah, not good. Florentina, good to see you. Who else we got in the chat? Let us know. We had a bit of news earlier on, but it didn't really do much. It's got to be said. It didn't really move things around very much in the markets. Both Alex and I are in an EU trade at the moment.
I think all of us are. Not even just you and I. I think the whole crew.
Yeah, literally. There's a whole bunch of us all basically in this one trade, which was basically this one here. So we're looking at this breaker structure here, coming down to the 50 and pushing on up. It's stalled around about the 78.60 if I'm probably not mistaken, if I flip that around. But it does still look good for longs. So I'm still comfortable and confident. We've come down here, we've tested this engulfing on the 7-minute, which was at the 50, well, it's just at the 61.80 really, and we pushed on up. I think we're just facing a little bit of resistance at the top, but we're nicely sitting above the 200 EMA on the 7-minute, and hopefully building up a bit of momentum. So targets in and around the 280, 300 mark, I think, for the most of us. So yeah, let us know, guys, what you are in. The other one I did see was NAS looking similar, but look what happened to NAS. NAS just went and just fell through the floor. So NAS didn't like the idea of going long, which is not great news for our EU. It's got to be said. That? Well, if the NAS is short, then the dollar is strong. So yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. It has pulled back up to where it was, but yeah, we saw a mighty drop on the NAS there on the 7-minute. It's pulled back up and recovered, but it doesn't necessarily look very, very good for us at the moment. We'll see.
Struggling.
Yeah, EU is definitely struggling, which is not what we want to see. So let's pull back EU. Let's just keep an eye on that one. Still sitting there, still struggling. Let's have a look at GU. GU looking all right. Still looking all right. Still a nice reactions off the EMAs on the 15-minute. Still looks decent. So it did react off this area as I thought it would, but we seem to have a good, nice bit of momentum on this line here, on this trend. So hopefully it's going to keep on going up. So how's your week been, Al?
Well, okay, I'm going to take one position off this EU just because I don't like the way that it's moving. So I've taken one position off. I'm half of the risk that I was in before. So the start of the week, I made the same mistake that I made yesterday. And I lost a good little bit of cash. But then I got back into a redemption trade and it worked out. And then I got into the same thing I did at the start of the week I did yesterday. And I was quite frustrated because I actually had a really, really, really nice trade play out from a redemption trade. And then I gave it back from doing the same mistake. So it's been, to be honest, it's been a lot of trading my P&L, which is quite annoying. But I think after the second mistake, I'm not going to do that mistake again. I think I've finally got out of it.
Third time's a charm, eh?
Do you know what it was? I was looking for the return to the mean type of trades on.
Was that the
on
NAS?
1 minute? No, I was looking for the return to the mean on a 1 minute chart because it was super clean, but I didn't take into consideration that we still didn't pass the EMAs on the 5 minute. I don't like EU and what it's doing.
Neither do I. No, I'm closing it. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. I closed it as well.
No. Yeah, I'm out. That's not.
That's not the type of price action that we want to see for continuation trades.
No, definitely
no
not.
Way. No way.
It is coming down to the 200 EMA on the 1 minute, but it's powering through that like a stream.
It's already had a push up. It's had a consolidation. It's had a retest, and it's struggled to push up from the next higher high.
Yeah.
No, I've already been trading my P&L all week. I intend to keep the profits that I've made so far.
Wise decision. I started my my 25k boot camp, phase 1 of my 100k boot camp on Tuesday, and basically got eaten up by Japanese yen all week. Basically, got a bit of redemption with the DAX on Thursday, so yesterday. So Tuesday was just a horrible day. I left it on Wednesday. I was like, no, okay, let me just reset. Came back yesterday, got a nice little trade on the DAX, got a nice little trade on GU, gave it all back and then some on GU, just got completely chopped up by GU, and then just caught the killer trade on NAS yesterday, which was just a beauty, and then caught a couple of others. So yeah, it was a nice day in the end on the Nasdaq, which has got me in a nice bit of profit. So I'm not on a major level of profit. I'm about 0.5%, but 0.5% is better than no percent. So we take what we can get.
Trust me, mate. I gave about 4% back this week. So.
Yeah, I mean it's been a nasty week. Florentina saying that she had a really bad week as well with 3 losses. So yeah, it's not been a good one. It's not been a good one. Bill saying, was your risk managed, Florentina? And Alex is collecting his order. You collecting your order? Is that what you're doing now?
No, I was actually blowing my nose.
For those of you who don't know, Alex is over in the UK visiting family where there's cats and dogs, and they give him terrible allergies. Bless him. So
now I'm in a Starbucks opposite Morrison's trading from an iPad.
Whilst you're supposed to be on holiday and not trading and relax and resting.
Dear. See, even on holiday we live stream with that. And I don't know what's the quality like, Mike?
You're not bad. I mean, you are a bit pixelated, but we can hear you okay, so you're all right. You're all right. You've been worse. So I saw Sol was trading from your office and streaming from your office on Wednesday. I don't know if you saw that
Oh gosh.
during
Yeah, I did.
during the
gave him
Fivers live stream.
I gave him my password.
Yeah, he was. He from what I could understand, he wasn't exactly keen on understanding how to use it all with 4 or 5 monitors and everything else. Clearly, he's not used to such an elaborate setup.
You know what they say about the more monitors you have?
The more electricity you need.
I was going to say the more P&L, but
Yeah, the more P&L you need to pay for the electricity. Oh dear. But yeah, no, it's been one of those weeks which has been a bit tricky, but it seems to be finishing on a decent note. Yeah, EU's breaking down massively at the moment.
So we did a very good choice there. I loved the way that we saw that it wasn't working and we cut.
Yeah.
Because
stop loss was down here.
Oh, my stop! Yeah, I moved my stop loss underneath that low because I thought, if it comes back to take, if it hasn't got the momentum now to take to go higher, then I don't want to be in the trade anymore.
Yeah, there we go. We've broken that. So
happy with that.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Not a win, but it's a win by not losing.
Very good managed.
Blowing account.
A very good managed trade.
So, but let's have a look as things are standing at the moment. The euro was showing some strength, but the dollar is as well. That's why it's just sitting there. That's why we're not seeing any real movement. It's just being really choppy. The same with the pound. Look at all of those. They're all just sitting there. And the thing we've got to remember is it's Friday. It's the last day of the month.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be much happening. There's a reason probably why Asia pairs or Asia currencies are weak because they're closed. They're finished for the month. So that's where we're seeing that.
Wow.
But in terms of the news itself,
it is the end of the month.
It is, yeah. We are 16.16% through 2025.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a fun fact for you. What's interesting is the goods trade balance was much worse than they expected. It was worse than it was before. So it was up minus 153 billion, whereas previously it was minus 122. So the trades balance for goods in the US is not looking great, and that'll be no doubt firing up Trump even more. So yeah. Meanwhile, personal spending was also down as well. So not looking great. Looking rather inflationary potentially for the US dollar. So we'll see. Going back to the assets, crypto. I'm hoping you haven't been looking at your crypto bags too much.
I haven't looked at my portfolio, but I've looked at where I'm going to buy, and I'm buying at 125. So
125 on Sol, yeah. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, didn't we? So I mean, it's actually come down to 125.
No, it hasn't.
It has 125.53.
And it pushed off.
Yeah.
Well, that's bloody annoying, isn't it? Oh, don't!
I mean,
oh my god, it has. It had literally came down to 120, 125, and then pushed off.
Yeah. It might still come back because it's only tapped into it on the 4 hour, so I can't imagine it's just going to go down and bounce straight off it. It's within this structure here, so I think you might be all right to get another entry. Remember as well, it is the weekend coming, and the weekend always is weak for the crypto market. So that might work in our favor. For Bitcoin, I think we're still going to see more sellers coming into the Bitcoin until we get down to the early 70s. ETH selling off as well massively. ETH has broken these lows that we had from August last year and is now going to even lower lows from October 23. So ETH is not looking strong at all. which doesn't look great, but you know, we know that this is what crypto can do. You know, when we look back, we look at these, look at those ones, you know, that those dips, and it's still come back up, at least on ETH. We look at crypto as well. Sorry, not crypto, Bitcoin. We had these dips, you know, in 2021. So we know that it can fall like a stone, and it can just shake a ton of people out, and then still ride on up.
I can't class those as dips, though, man. Those are full-on crashes.
But it comes back up. Comes back up.
Is it? Yeah.
Call it cycles. Call it cycles. But yeah, it's you know, the last time it did that, you know, when we were in this kind of market, we did go past it, we pulled back into it. Let's have a look on a fib what it looks like. If we take it from, let's say, roughly there, roughly that's that area there. Oh, there. Yeah, look, it came down to, let's just hide that one, and hide. It came right down to the 78.60. So it's, you know, it fell a lot. In fact, it probably fell even further. It probably fell to about 90 before it then it pushed up. But here, it fell down to your 66, almost to the pip, and then pushed on for new all-time highs. So there's certainly some argument to be had to say that, you know, we haven't seen the top yet. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting one, but I think we'll probably see a pullback like we have done in the past, and then it's gonna push on further up. So again, looking at probably, if we're not this move, I think if we looked at, where would I say, probably this move here, we're actually in and around it. If we bring it down to here, which was the low, then the 66 sits right smack bang in there. Don't know if you guys can see that, but you know, that looks like a really, really nice area to buy. If we go by historical data, you know, from those lows that we had, taking it up to the highs and then pulling back down. I mean, we could go to these all-time highs, let's say those ones there, and then we could say, you know, if you look at that, on that move from the lows to the highs, that looks really, really nice as an area on the 66. So we will see how that one plays out.
Wow, look at EU. Look at EU's reaction now for 618.
Let's have a look. EU. Wow.
Right.
Look at that reaction off the 66. Yeah. Smack bang on the 66.
I told you. The 66 is really, 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 really nice.
Yeah.
I could get into the pound with the stop beneath the low, but to be honest, it's Friday.
Yeah, it's too choppy. It's too choppy for me. You know, if you look at it for the day, it looks too choppy for me personally. Yeah, you know, it's made some moves. Yeah, you know, as I say, it's the end of the month. Also looking at GU, look at where the EMAs are on the 1 minute. EMAs are pulling back down, and we've fallen below the 200. So EU could just be trying to catch people out on either side, you know, because if we look at EU's broken this structure from here down to here, and it's come the other way.
That GU does look like a nice action.
If anything, EU looks like a sell. on the 1 minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Don't know. What do you guys?
One of the 1 minute structures on done with the 1 minute, checking the 1 minute time frame. Done with that. That was one of my mistakes. The same mistake I did twice in a row. No, I can get in. I'm gonna get into that GU.
He can't resist, guys. He can't resist. I can't. I'm not able to be accountable for him. Only he can be accountable for himself, guys. You're my witnesses, all right? There's 8 of you in here as my witnesses.
It's there, though, isn't it?
Alex is his own man. He makes his own decisions. So you live by the sword, you die by the sword, eh?
That is one of my most favourite sayings. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
It is exactly. So so the rest of you guys, there's 8 of you in here, which is great to see you all. What are you guys? What's your week been like? What have you been trading? Are you done for the week? Are you done for the month? Uli, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Let us know what you guys are in. Have you guys been checking out the Fivers event that's coming on the 11th of March? We've got that coming soon. That's going to be a big event with a day full of live streaming all about risk management. So that's going to be one to definitely make sure you check out. Got Hamid as well. Hamid's done for the day. Wise choice, Hamid. Wise choice. Yeah.
So I'm in at 26023.
Okay. And where are you? What are you aiming for? You just aiming for the higher the structure?
26, 21, 26, 21, 6.
26,
so
21. Ooh.
Basically, 200 EMA on the 15 minute.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I just don't like this structure here on the 15 minute. These two.
The fact though, what I like about it is we had a really fast move down that made us want to close out our position. Probably took out a load of stops, and now we've already wicked up, and now we're finding momentum, push it up to the top. Now that for me is a nice little setup. Preferably, I would have liked to have got it in a better place, but this is a nice setup. Held above all the EMAs.
Yeah, if it keeps going on the half hour, I mean, this next few minutes is going to be really key as to how it closes.
How long will it close this next 15
just
minute
three and a bit minutes. Yeah.
I love how I got out of EU and just went straight long GU.
Out of an EU long and into a GU long.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. We're learning.
We're definitely not learning. This is execution time, baby. We've learned too much. We have learned too much. It's time for execution. We are executing.
It does. I mean, in fairness, it does look long, and I was still expecting it to come up to this area, so it could still do it. Certainly on that short-term trade that you're in right now, it could still do it, but it's just whether it's got that momentum or not. What are we looking at on the RSI? Let's have a look. Stupid. I haven't got enough credit in the bank for more indicators. I've got to delete some of these. Let's see, what does the RSI look like? RSI is kind of hanging on the 5, pushing up slightly on the 15. Yeah, I think you've still got a bit more momentum to go to get you to that level, hopefully.
It would have been nicer if it just kept on pushing up.
Yeah, it's just not liking it at the moment, is it? Let's look at the Bollinger Bands.
What's the Dixie looking like?
Dixie is expanding out. Actually, no, no, it's kind of hovering. Actually, on the
Hovering is-
15-minute, it's not really. It's like it's choppy. Look at it. It's just not doing anything really. It's if you look at it on the Bollinger Bands, they're closing in on themselves. They're not really showing any clear direction.
That is definitely
Same on
that.
the 5 minute, they're closing in as well. Yeah, I mean it does look bearish to some extent.
That's the thing. That's, you know, when we keep having conversations about what's the difference between an analyst and a trader. I honestly feel like it's just the execution. That's it. Like I feel like the analyst, when we just constantly looking at so many different things, that kind of analysis paralysis type kinds of takes over. Whereas, like, I think the difference is really with like people that are good at trading. I think they're really good at just executing.
Yeah, you just got to be ruthless. You know, you just got to be, you know, strict and full on it. You know, Pooley's had a poor week, touchdown dollar wise, not good to hear, my friend. But you'll bring it back next week, I'm sure. And Bill says CAD JPY helped him crawl out a drawdown, currently at break even. Wasn't really hoping for much. Nice, very nice, very nice. Let's have a look.
Look, I think it's been a funny week for all of us, to be honest. I've had a bit of a funny week as well. It's only the last 2 days. Well, today is made up for it. But you just got to accept that we're going to have these types of days and these types of weeks, and just not let it get the better of us.
Exactly, that's exactly it. But it looks all right on EU, so GU should do the same, hopefully.
What's EU looking like?
EU is pushing up a bit more.
EU's got momentum, man.
Is going a bit further. It's just whether it can break this structure here. On the 5, it's struggling. But it doesn't take much for it to power through. So this is holding it up, which doesn't look good. But it's expanding out on the 1, so maybe that'll be what it needs. A bit of a push up. So we'll see. I mean, we did have. Go on.
Sorry, mate. What were you saying? I was just saying, I would never have believed in my right mind that I'd be sitting opposite of Morrison's in a Starbucks, doing a live stream and trading pound against the dollar. Like, where has life got? What has life got to? You literally can't.
I would. I mean, would you not say that life is good if you're doing that?
I'd say, yeah, but it's just very unusual, isn't it?
Oh yes, like what do you do for a living, Al?
Yeah. Somebody asked me right next to me, and I just like to say project manager. I didn't know what else to say.
So you know how you go for a high school reunion, and everyone says, "Oh, so what are you up to these days?"
You know, like I like break retest continuations. Definitely off the 5 minute, going for a 200 EMA on the 15.
Everyone's going to be, oh, okay, all right, yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's definitely in construction.
he was the one that we most thought was going to go into finance, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, no, God, not him. No, definitely. Now he's looking at EMAs. God, what a weird thing to look at.
I think you're all right. I think you're okay. Euro's looking good, which means pound should look good. Yeah, it's going.
Oh, we got. Do you know what? Both of us, we got shaken out of our positions, Mike.
I know.
We got shaken out, mate.
We were crypto jeets and just paper hands, just couldn't hold on to it.
I paper handed that trade. I'm about to paper hand this trade if it doesn't go up faster.
Yeah, I like this 1 minute action here.
Yeah,
this is all right. It's going to stall here, I think. And it's just how does it react when it gets to that area?
No, Paulie. I'm not trading from a Mackey's. I'm trading from a Starbucks.
Does it sound like a Mackey's, Paulie? It doesn't sound like a Mackey's, surely.
Yeah, we've got screaming kids in it as well. I wish I could trade from my house, but unfortunately, I can feel my throat is all still like full of dog air and dog.
Alex really is an animal lover, guys. You know, for any of you that are worried about animal cruelty on this channel,
I love animals. I'm just allergic to absolutely everything.
Alex loves animals. They just don't love him.
They actually love me as well. They do love me. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, push up, baby. This is what
There
I'm talking about. Oh, yeah,
there you go. Look at that booth.
Man, this is lovely, lovely son.
There you go.
Ooh, lovely, lovely, lovely kid.
The breakout of the structure.
Ooh.
Breakout of this high. There you go. That's what you wanted. And Alex is starting his weekend with a win. That's a very, very nice move. It'll expand now on the volley as well. So that looks nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, listen. That's it from us for this week, I think. We've had a bit of a choppy week, but we're ending it on a positive. Hope the same for you guys. And yeah, thanks very much for joining us. And we'll be back Monday morning, 8 a.m. GMT, 9 a.m. CET, for the Alpha Pulse, the Alpha Market Pulse. So make sure you join us for that. And we will see you guys very soon. Cheers, guys.
See you later, guys.
Yeah.